good morning. So to do this video um, about the first kind of suggestion that Sydney Banks gave Dick and Bettinger about keeping it simple when it comes to realizing, recognizing, understanding, or sharing the principles, I had to ask myself, what do I know about keeping it simple? And here's what I know. We're not good at it. We humans are not good at keeping it simple. We humans are really good at complicating. And we tend to not trust things that are simple, which is unfortunate because usually the answers that we're looking for are simple. And we tend to pass over them or ignore them when they seem too simplistic. But the thing is, the simple answers are usually the best, are usually the right ones, if you want to look at it that way. They're usually the best way to move forward. It's just a simple answer. But we tend to want to go into analyzing, we want to go into meaning making, we want to go into looking for alternatives, relying on a toolbox. And it's really unfortunate because we overlook what's most obvious. The simplest is usually the most obvious. Sydney Banks, there's a quote that Sydney Banks has he says, in simplicity there is complexity. And I think that we as humans tend to look at it as in complexity there is simplicity. We need more complexity to make something simple, which makes no sense. So when it comes to these very simple principles of mind, consciousness, and thought, articulated by Sid Banks back in 1973, they're really a metaphor. They're just a metaphor for the basic elements of how human experience is created. It's very simple. Whatever happens in this moment, what I mean by whatever happens, I mean whatever thought pops through my head in this moment, that thought is going to determine whatever I experience in this moment. And the next moment, there's going to be another thought and another experience. Because these elements of mind, thought, and consciousness, we're alive, we're aware, and we think, all work together to create our moment to moment to moment experience. I can't experience in this moment anything that doesn't pop into my head. It's that simple. And yet, we are so used to having our minds in the past or in the future that we think our experience is being created by that, by our past or our future or a circumstance or a person or a place or a thing. But the body can only ever be in the moment. That's it. The body cannot be in the past, and the body cannot be in the future. The only thing that can be in the past or the future is your mind. That's it. Memory or projection, imagination, imagining the future. That complicates things. This is why people are always telling you, be in the now, be in the moment, be present. When we're in the moment, in the now, and present, we can't suffer. We can't suffer from memories of the past, and we can't suffer from scary thoughts about the future. They don't even exist. Right in this moment, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at a camera, and I'm talking to you, and you're going to watch this at a different time. But there's no feeling for me of anxiety or fear or frustration or sadness. There's just peace of mind. because I'm here with you in this moment. Now, when I shut off the camera, I have things to do tonight, places to go, people to see. And when I start thinking about all the what ifs, then I could maybe feel a little anxiety or fear or whatever comes along with that. But this will be out of my mind, this making this video. So for some people, they get very nervous about making a video. Well, they're nervous about it because they're thinking about it before they actually do it. Or they're thinking about the what ifs in the future while they're doing it. That's why you get fearful about doing a video such as this. I mean, legitimately, I'm sitting here in my office with my cat sitting on the chair, and there ain't nobody else around me. It's just me. What's to be afraid of, right? Well, if I sit here and I think about all of you who are going to watch this, and there are several people on this email group, then I can start to get a little anxious. What if what I'm saying doesn't make sense? What if people don't like it? Then I can get up in my head and I complicate this process. It's that simple. Isn't that crazy? So I don't know 100% what Sid Banks meant when he said keep it simple. And I only know that in this moment, what makes sense to me and what I know for sure is that as long as I'm here in this moment, I'm here with my body in the present, and I'm not up in my mind making up stories about what might happen, I'm okay. I'm 100% okay. And I'm always 100% okay, no matter what's going on. Because I have this amazing capacity, this amazing system built to keep me safe that I can rely on 100%. And so do you. We all have this going for us. And in that case, good Lord, what do we have to be afraid of? We're always cared for. We're always okay in the moment. And it's just that simple. Anything else that complicates that is too much information, I guess I would say. But we're human, and that's what we do. We live in our heads most of the time. We live in the what ifs and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And we suffer for that, which is too bad. But it's part of the human condition. There's just something about understanding how simple our experience is, or how simply our experience is created, that is freeing and empowering. And see, what else? What other word do I want? I like freeing and I like empowering. I heard this earlier today. It's the ultimate accountability. Not in a beat yourself up and give yourself, a bad time and I'm a jerk and it's all my fault because I'm creating this terrible experience. No, it's getting curious about, wow, I'm creating this and I don't have to. In another moment, I can have any thought at all can pop into my head and I could have a completely different experience. Sid Banks always said, you're always one thought away from a new experience. And that's exactly true. Any thought could pop into our head. It's that simple. And it's that cool. So I'm just kind of checking in to see if there's anything else I have to say. Anything else that wants to come through, as it were. And I think that's it. So hopefully this video makes sense for you. I would suggest that you listen to it and don't try to figure it out. Don't try to go up into your head and figure out the pieces. Listen to it like you would listen to music or the waves on an ocean, or as I recently heard, like raindrops, like you listen to the rain. Listen not with your head, but with your heart, and see if anything resonates. Because for me, when I listen from that place, when I'm listening from here and not here, that this piece of my intellect that wants to complicate the crap out of things, when I'm listening from here, that's when I tend to get aha moments and insights. Because I'm listening from a completely different place. Give it a shot. See if it works for you. Next week, I'm going to come out and talk about number 2, which was look within. Look at the list. So next week, we'll talk about looking within and what that means and what that doesn't mean. And yeah, I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Take care. Bye.